when I'm starting my meditations, I like to invite my higher power. I like to invite my spirit guides, anything that you resonate with that feels protective and that feels like it's, any higher power for you. It could look like, you might be religious, so it might be something for you. You might just believe in the universe or source or higher power. I like to invite my spirit guides. I invite my ascended masters. I invite my archangels and my angels, and I invite my highest self. So this just takes like 30 seconds or so, right? So I set the space. I also, you don't have to do this, but I personally enjoy lighting a candle. I don't always do this, honestly, but like the more that you can get into a little ritual around it is beautiful. So lighting a candle or some incense, just something that's gonna, set the space. And it's always nice to smell something fragrant as we're in this space. And fire is very purifying. So if I have the capacity to, I'll do that. I also do my meditations when I first wake up in the morning. That time where we're in this liminal state between sleep and waking, it's called theta in brain science. You can have a bigger effect on that time. You can have a more powerful effect because you're not quite sleeping, but you're not quite awake yet. And that's like a state of hypnosis. So you can do this also when you're going to bed, but I always make sure that I start my day off powerfully with what I call meditation, but it's really an activation. I call my meditations activations because that's my intention with them. Like I'm activating my highest self and the highest good. So that's what I'll ask my spirit guides to support me in as I'm starting my meditation. Then I imagine, so I do believe in chakras, and I used to kind of think it was mumbo jumbo, but literally, again, all like Joe Dispenza uses it, all the quantum science. I don't know if you guys follow Greg Braden or Bruce Lipton, like they're all scientists who are on the cutting edge of science and mysticism, and chakras are a real thing. They're just energy centers. So for me, when I was trying to focus on the energy centers themselves, that's been helpful. I've done a lot of work around that. But really the main thing that I'm noticing that has been a game changer for me is this energetic field that we each have around our bodies. It generates from the heart. It's a magnetic field. So you'll see this on the earth, you'll see this on planets, like literally every living thing has a magnetic field around it that they can measure. And so I call it the central channel. It starts at your root chakra, your Mula Bandha, and it comes up and out your crown chakra. So it's a toroidal field. It's a donut-shaped field. It's called a torus. And I will imagine that energy entering through my sacral chakra and coming up and out my head. So as I'm calling in, I call in my spirit guides, and then I just kind of get into the energetic field of, the oneness. It connects me to my higher power. It connects me to greater consciousness. And that's really what I'm wanting, the experience of that as I'm doing my meditation. Like that's why I personally am connecting in the first place, is to feel that connection, to feel that apartness, or that sounded like separation, but feeling a part of, right? And for me, when I was just trying to like calm my mind and not focus on anything, like I didn't get to that experience. And really this has been a game changer. So really feeling that. And if you're new to meditation, it may take a little while to cultivate that experience where you're feeling connected, but the visualizing is really supportive, and the feeling. Then I will write down before I meditate like affirmations. So thinking about what do I most want in my life? What is most important to me? And then distilling that down to 2 or 3 words or a very short sentence, right? I don't want to get too complicated because I really want the words to ring powerfully as I'm saying them, and I want to really be able to feel them as I'm saying them. So simple is better. And when you pick the affirmation that you really want for your life, I invite you to not be totally selfish here. Like think about why you want that. Think about what difference it's going to make in your life and in the lives of others. Because the more that you can connect to this experience, like I also would add here that anything that we are wanting to call forward into our lives is because we want to feel better. We want to feel a part of, we want to feel good. We want to feel, Sometimes we want to feel opulent. We want to feel like we matter. We want to know that we're making a difference, and we want to like have a high quality of life. So really tap into the benefit of what you're calling in. So I'll have written my little affirmations down, and then I'll go into doing the affirmations. Um, Another piece that I don't think that I mentioned here. So another piece of Joe Dispenza is so it's feeling. It's really feeling the affirmation, like feeling what it is that you want to call forward. How are you going to feel when you get the job, when you get the relationship, um, when you're making the impact? Like, what is that experience, right? And then if you can visualize it as well. So for me, I'm not my visualizing goes in and out. So this is again a reason why using these affirmations is so powerful, because when you're accessing and when you're harnessing all the powers, like your power of your voice and your intention, the power of your heart to really connect in and feel what it feels like, the power of your mind to visualize all together, it's like you're giving it your best shot, right? Like you're engaging all of the senses to make the biggest impact, which I'm all about big impact when I'm going to do anything. It's like, let's have the greatest experience of it, right? Like let's get the most potent experience. So feeling into and visualizing what it's going to look like, how it feels. And don't beat yourself up if any of this is not coming right away. Like it is a practice. Like when we think about it, when we go to the gym to get fit, do we get ripped in one day? Do we get ripped in a week? No, it takes consistency. It takes doing, it's practice. It's practice for your brain, right? But as you step into harnessing this power for the benefit of good, you will start to see your personal mindset shift, and you will also start to see miracles happening out in the world. Like it's so beautiful, and that's everything that Joe Dispenza is teaching, is so that we're all living this life of our dreams and life of our vision. And so I personally believe that all of these keys together will give you the maximum impact with your activations. Okay, so I'm going to share with you some of my affirmations so that you can get a feel for maybe what might work for you. Maybe you haven't thought of these specific things, but I like to start mine off with something very outwardly focused or connected to my higher self, and it's I am divinity. I am divinity. Then I'll go to I am a channel of God. And again, this can be whatever resonates with you. Like you'll notice as you're saying your affirmations that certain words or certain phrases are really like you're looking for the feeling of resonance and excitement and joy. That is the ring of truth for you. So you want as much, the more that you can feel these words and experience what they are, imagine what they are, the more powerfully they're going to be working for you. So then I go to I am love. I am love. And so I'll play around with these affirmations, but you want to keep the same affirmations day to day, right? Like you want to have a few things that you're really focused on, and then continue practicing the energy around those so that you can start experiencing them in your life. Then I go to I am love. Then another piece for me is taking the guidance. So important, because when I'm in flow throughout my day, I'll get hits of inspiration of like, oh, wow, I should reach out to so-and-so, or I should make this call, or I should do this Facebook Live, right? Those are the pings from the universe that are telling, that's like your bliss. Like that is your guidance. That's your divine guidance. But if I'm not taking that divine guidance, if I'm not taking action on that divine guidance, then it's like a lost opportunity, right? So for me, I felt like I've wobbled a little bit in that space, and I really have wanted to be taking action on the divine guidance. So I am divinely guided. I am divinely guided. I take action on my divine guidance. Super powerful. I feel like that's going to be a game changer. And then I am fulfilled and on my highest path. Who wants to be on your highest path, right? Like, what does that feel like? What does your life feel like when you're in the greatest contribution, when you know that you're going for it and that it's all working out for you? Like, I want more of that, please. So I am fulfilled and on my highest path. And then after I've sort of set that pace, you feel that kind of like outwardly focused, but also for me, it's like for my greatness and for the greatness of all. Then I go into maybe a few things that I want just for me. And of course, I want them because they're going to enhance my life and they're going to bring more love into my life. But you might want to call in that relationship. You might want to call in more money. And, you might want to take that vacation, but like, what does that experience cause for you? So really staying the entire time with like feeling this energetic field around you circulating, engaging your heart, engaging your senses, engaging your mind, using your words, using your words. And then after that, I like to finish off my meditations with this is the prayer part, right? And I see no difference really between prayer, meditation, intention, manifestation. Like it's all good. Let's do all of it. It's all positive. And the more that we're stepping into this energetic space of allowance and calling in, like you're going to notice that there's like this beautiful flow that happens for you. But I like to finish my meditations off with really outward focus. Like for me, the planet and humanity being healed and happy and whole. Like I want to put my energy there. I don't want to put my energy on what's not working. I want to focus on like, wow, what would this world look like? What will this world look like when everyone has their needs met, when everybody's happy, joyous, and free, when everybody's creating exactly what you're empowered to create, divinely empowered to create? Like, what does that version of the world look like? And so I will finish up my meditation focusing on that, really like this outward prayer of like gratitude and love. And then I'll also put anybody into my energetic field that I've like spent this between 15 and 30 minutes or so in the morning. I'll put them into this energetic field that I've created and that I'm creating. Anybody that is struggling or maybe has some health issues or anybody that needs some extra love and energy, I will, send them energy as I finish up my meditation so that I just feel like, wow, I've put my greatest prayers out there for all of humanity, for my loved ones, and for myself. Everyone gets to win. And with that, I'll close out my meditation and I'll close out this live. Thank you, thank you, thank you for listening. I hope you got a lot out of it. And please comment, let me know what's opening up for you, what you're experiencing through these quantum upgrades around meditation and activation and manifestation. And the last thing I want to say is that as we do these practices, as we take this time for ourselves and really put our best intentions into our lives and the lives of others, it makes a massive difference because we are all energetic beings. We're all energetic beings. So the more positivity and healing and love that we give to ourselves and intend for others, that as collective consciousness, as more and more of us are doing that, we will see a shift, a dramatic shift, I will say, in circumstances out there in the world. And we're kind of at that tipping point. So if you're drawn to this video, if you're drawn to meditation, keep up the good work. You make a difference, you matter, and let's band together and rock in the free world. All right, sending lots of love.